Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Disco. Or, sorry, I should say, greetings, comrades.
Yes,
and welcome to communism.
Game capability. Or till it's off the path of thought.
But first, we have an orb.
Orb text. The sea breeze carries more than salt. Meat, not rotten, not fresh semi, grilled.
Oh, someone's grilling. Can I get some of that?
Game capability.
As I'd say, can we have some? I'm going
Cindy.
hungry.
Peer dash door dash apartments dash 1. Orb text. Quote, Kino's gonna have a fucking heart attack. Quote. Cindy. Peer dash door dash apartments dash 1.
There's a note from Joyce where she
Game capability.
was, so we can just, if I can find it. That's a quick orb.
Orb Joyce 1 note. Orb text. Star went to the village on the coast. Officer. See you there. Dash dash Joyce Star said the note on the post. Orb announcements disabled.
There we go.
Game capability. Peer dash door dash apartments dash 1.
Alright, so if I recall correctly, we need to go up to the second floor, and then there's a door there.
Apartments dash door dash peer dash 2. Health 7 of 7. Morale 6 of 8. Healing items 4 health 2 moral.
Oh man.
Game capability. Peer dash door dash apartments dash 2.
We have a lot of health healing still.
Cindy. Peer dash door dash apartments dash 2. Peer
Surprising.
dash door dash com student.
That's long.
As you approach the metal grill, you can hear several voices having what appears to be an animated discussion.
Continue.
This must be it. Beyond this door lies the beating heart of radical communism in Martinez. Somehow, the night air softens the smell of trash and sea brine. As the breeze pulls through the canvas like a shuttle through a loom, you catch a hint of something unexpected, something earthy, warm, and burnt.
Skill check. Perception left Aaron. Small right Aaron. Easy. Success.
The acrid smell of failure. No, that's just slightly burnt coffee, a smell you would recognize anywhere.
Skill check. Electrochemistry trivial. Success.
Jesus, coffee at 10 p.m. That is wild.
That is what students do, though.
As a current student, I object. I have not drank coffee at 10 p.m. so
That's
far.
just you.
Is
Wait,
it
why didn't you say
though?
something?
I feel like that's kind of...
pigs sniffing about after hours.
Ah, Cindy, so you're
Quote, hey,
here.
it's past curfew. Get to bed. Cindy. Quote. Quote, why didn't you say the secret door was star right behind you star? Quote. Quote, hey, left Aaron. Ignore her right Aaron.
But yeah, I'm sure that some students, a lot of students, in fact, when they do all-night cramming sessions, they have plenty of coffee. It's like a thing.
True, I don't really do the all-nighters.
I've done a few in my time.
Quote, hey, it's past curfew. Get to bed. Cindy. Quote. Quote, why didn't you say the secret door was star right behind you star? Quote.
Must have slipped my mind. You know how it goes.
The metal grill is cool to the touch. You notice the lieutenant is looking uncustomarily anxious. His posture is rigid. His right hand hovers near the zipper of his jacket. He wants so badly to draw his armistice, but he also doesn't want to draw it.
Skill check and slash eye coordination medium. Success. Quote, relax. They are only. Quote, you okay, Kim? Quote. Quote, relax. They are only communists. Quote. Say nothing. Quote, relax.
Something's not right here. The equation doesn't quite balance. Which is just to say, we should be prepared for any eventuality.
Try to listen. Bang on the grill. Left bracket leave dot right bracket. But try to listen.
You can make out at least two separate voices. 2 voices, both male, approximately early 20s.
Skill check. Perception left Aaron. Hearing right Aaron. Medium. Success.
Careful with those now.
Metal grill door. Quote. Careful with those now. Quote.
I have it. It's going to work. I can feel it.
Bang on the grill. Try to listen left Aaron. Bang on left bracket leave. Bang on.
The clang of metal reverberates all along the scaffolding. The voices coming from the other side fall silent. A pair of frightened hares cowering in some dark crevice of their burrow.
Skill check. Half-light easy. Success.
Who's there? Is that you, Morris?
Quote. It's not Morris. It's the police. Quote. Quote. That's right. It is I. Morris. Quote. Quote. Are you all communists? I'm looking for some communists. Quote.
Who said communist? Did we say communist? Get out of here.
Quote. Listen, I've already built like 0.0001% of communism, but now I need to get organized. Can you help me? Quote.
For a moment, silence. A slight sensation of static electricity as before a storm. A miniature conference is taking place inside, and you are the subject.
Skill check. Shivers medium. Success.
What's the passphrase?
Quote. It's Disco Supernova. Quote. Quote. It's blessed are the sausage grinders. Quote. Quote. It's Disco Supernova. Quote. Quote. Is it 1,234 feet? Quote. Quote. It's remember Dobry Badanes. Quote. Quote. Look, I don't know your passphrase. Could you just let me in? Quote. Quote. It's remember Dobry Badanes. Quote.
There's no response. You begin to wonder whether they've slipped out some back way. No, they're still there. You can feel them back there.
Skill check. Inland Empire medium. Success.
Alright. The key's taped to the back of the door frame. Just make sure you put it back when you're done, or we'll all be locked out. And do watch the concrete. It just kind of falls away, in places.
Metal grill door. Quote. And do watch the concrete. It just kind of falls away in place.
Charmant. After you, detective.
Have fun at your underground meeting, Pig. Hope it's a blast.
Peer dash door dash com student. Came kitchen security. Peer dash door dash com student. Orb top. Orb announcements enabled. Peer dash door dash com student. Orb top. Orb text above. Tops flap in the wind. Forgotten hammers and nails rust. Peer dash door dash com student.
The 2 young men are either oblivious to or ignoring your entrance. Their attentions are fixed on whatever it is they're stacking in the middle of the floor. Matchboxes, it appears.
Skill check. Perception left Aaron. Sight right Aaron. Easy. Success.
I think it's holding, Alexis.
7. The student communist. Quote. I think it's holding. Who likes this? Quote.
It is. It's holding.
It's definitely not holding. Those matchboxes are stacked so haphazardly, it's like they want them to collapse.
Skill check. Visual calculus medium. Success.
Careful, careful.
Seven. The student communist. Quote. Careful. Careful. Quote.
Damn, hardly any difference. You two, you are late.
They should know the meeting starts at 10 p.m. sharp.
One leader and one follower. The most ancient power dynamic.
Skill check. Authority medium. Success.
There's a great deal of tension in this young man's shoulders. More than someone his age should bear.
Skill check. Composure medium. Success.
Meanwhile, his companion inclines toward him, eager to catch every word that dribbles from his friend's mouth. Just a moment. Could this be the former owner of a certain jacket you acquired recently?
Skill check. Savoir-faire medium. Success.
Don't let them see you flustered, sire. Play along.
Skill check. Drama medium. Success. Quote before we move on. Do you recognize this jacket? Quote left Aaron. Show him the surrenders and jacket right Aaron.
Oh, that jacket. Where did we take that? Who the fuck knows?
Quote, you weren't exactly easy to find, quote. Quote, what am I late star for star exactly, quote.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Left Aaron, play along right Aaron, quote, my apologies, comrades. I had to be sure I wasn't being tailed by our star class enemy star, quote. Left bracket leave dot right bracket. Left Aaron. Skill check, drama medium, success.
He's taken your measure, like an ideological boxer stepping into the ring.
Skill check, physical instrument easy, success.
This must be the theory combat the Boyadero warned you about. On guard.
Skill check, inland empire medium, success.
We all have to take precautions, especially during these delicate times. What matters is that you've made it, and that you've done the reading.
Uh-oh. No one said anything about reading. You'll just have to wing this one.
Skill check, drama impossible, failure. Left Aaron, just wing it right Aaron, quote, the reading, yes, I've definitely started on that, quote. Quote, what is this star reading star? I thought this was a revolutionary group, quote. Quote, there must be some misunderstanding. No one mentioned any reading, quote. Left Aaron, whisper right Aaron, quote, Kim, it's how you started the reading, quote.
Yeah, Kim totally did it.
Quote, left Aaron, just wing it right Aaron, quote, the reading.
You have. Excellent. Let's hear your critique then.
Quote, I thought the themes were star interesting star, quote. Quote, I liked the characters and the plot, quote. Quote, there were too many words, quote. Quote, I thought the themes were star interesting star, quote.
They always say that when they haven't done the reading. Well, this is getting awkward. I'm not sure what you're expecting to find here then.
There's profound consternation in his voice. You suspect it's about something bigger than your not having done the reading.
Skill check, empathy medium, success.
Maybe they can explain themselves.
Quote, what star exactly star are you two doing here? Quote, what were you doing with those matchboxes just now? Quote, that's enough for tonight. Will you still be here if I have more questions? Quote, left bracket leave dot right. Quote, what?
In the most generous sense, I would say we're cultivating revolutionary consciousness.
Yes, that's probably the best way to describe it.
But more specifically, we are running a reading group. The most rigorous and theoretically advanced materialist reading group in Martinaise.
Comrade Steban is a great discussion leader. One of the best at the university.
This is too perfect. This is too perfect. We're joining a literature club.
It's obvious they take this group of theirs extremely seriously. Whatever you do, don't compare it to a common book club.
Skill check, logic medium, success.
There's no escape from the literature club.
Yawn. Can you imagine anything duller than a bunch of Beano-clads yanking each other's knobs?
Skill check, half-light easy, success. Quote, sounds like a place for quote, is this where I can square off in star theory combat star? Quote, sounds like a place for intense intellectual engagement. Exactly my kind of jam, quote. Quote, sounds just like a regular book club, quote. Quote, sounds like a yank-dash fest for business, quote. Quote, is this where I can square off in star theory combat star? Quote.
We have been known to get into some spirited debates, but it's always in service of our larger intellectual and ideological project.
Precisely. We are not interested in senseless parroting. We like to read critically.
Within the contours of Mazovian historical materialism, of course.
This makes so much sense for our character too, because we're an art cop
Quote,
as
okay,
well.
so what does...
Yep.
Quote, I didn't realize they taught radical Mazovian theory in the universities, quote. Quote, okay, so what does your reading group actually star red star, quote. Quote, I think I get the idea. Let me ask about something else, quote. Quote, I didn't realize they taught...
Huh. As though you can call that problem teaching.
One thing you learn quickly at university is that you're not going to find a real education in any lecture hall or discussion seminar.
We are
Not
post-attendance, basically.
Yep.
Exactly. The only worthwhile part of the so-called École Normale de Revachol is the library. That's where we've made our greatest critical strides.
Left quote, Kim, can we arrest these kids for truancy? Right quote. Quote, I didn't realize they taught radical Mazovian theory in the universities. Quote, left quote, Kim, can we arrest these kids for truancy? Right quote. Quote, okay, so what does your reading group actually star red star, quote. Quote, I think I get the idea. Quote, okay, so...
We study all the foundational texts of Mazovian theory, of course. Just last week we finished the second volume of Puncher and Watman's Innocence of Capital.
Truly extraordinary.
And before that we spent 6 weeks on State and Plasm.
For some reason, the word plasm catches in your ear like a piece of old wax.
Skill check. Reaction speed medium. Success.
Uh-oh. You can feel your attention span rapidly deteriorating.
Skill check. Version legendary. Failure. Let your mind wander. Force yourself to keep listening.
We've also read Wertmüller's The Megastructure of History, and before that, Real and Reality.
Communist theorists love puns, in case that wasn't obvious.
Notification. Il moral -+1. Skill check. Conceptualize.
Hablar's une paix infernale.
The original Fizdale translation, not that watered-down revisionist garbage.
These two deserve the Order of Honor for bullshitting. There's no way they've actually read all this stuff.
Skill check. Drama medium. Success.
Obviously.
Force yourself to keep listening left.
Oh.
Echo maker. Quote obviously quote he snorts.
But, of course, our special emphasis is on the theories of Ignaz Nilsson and his followers, especially the Infra-Materialists.
Quote wait. Who are these star Infra-Materialists? Star quote. Quote I know who Krasmazov is, but who is this Ignaz Nilsson guy quote. Quote wait. Who are these star Infra-Materialists?
You're not familiar with him? It's pretty advanced stuff. You may not be ready for it yet, gendarme.
Single option. Quote okay, but then who's this Ignaz Nilsson guy quote.
Only Krasmazov's most trusted lieutenant, the evangelist of the revolution, and a founding father of the People's Republic of Samara.
It's hard to overstate how unimpressed he is that you've never heard of this world historical individual.
Skill check. Encyclopedia legendary. Failure.
He also happens to be the greatest communist theorist after Mazov himself. It was Nilsson who first postulated the existence of ideological plasm, which forms the basis of infra-materialist theory.
Those words again. You've got to find out what this infra-materialist stuff is all about. Whatever it is, one thing's perfectly clear. These young students have a much deeper understanding of communism than you do. You could learn a thing or two from them. If you can convince them you're one of them. The young man sighs. His companion looks about furtively.
Quote, did this reading group have anything? Quote, what exactly are you two doing here? Quote, left Aaron. Quote, did this reading group have anything to do with the lynching? Quote, where is the rest of the reading group? Quote, what were you doing with those matchboxes just now? Quote, is the reading group accepting new members? Quote, that's enough for tonight. Quote, did this reading group have anything to do with the lynching? Quote,
Lynching? No. We're not an operational cell.
We think of ourselves as more of an intellectual vanguard.
Quote, are you sure? My working theory is that star communism star killed behind man. Quote, is your reading group affiliated with the union somehow? Quote, star there any operational communists in Martinez? Quote, left Aaron, received right Aaron. Quote, is your
No, we're an independent organization. We acknowledge and respect the union's efforts, but our interests are more theoretical than Mr. Clare's.
He speaks the truth.
Skill check, drama medium, success. Quote, are you sure? My working theory is that star communism star killed behind man.
To be clear, communism is not an official suspect in this investigation, because it's not a person, you see.
Thanks, game.
Seems unlikely from a strictly infra-materialist perspective.
Comrade Ulixis is right. The amount of plasm required to strike down an ideological enemy outright is enormous. We're talking second-level effects, at a minimum.
Or even third.
What are these levels they're talking about? This doesn't sound like any communism you've encountered before.
Notification, yield.
In any case, it's not like the SRV has established a party line on the subject of lynchings in Martinez.
Though historically speaking, the SRV has supported direct action against right-wing paramilitary squads, especially when they are doing the Indo-Tribe's dirty work.
Good point. So as a provisional matter, I can say we support it.
It's not that the boundary between sarcasm and sincerity is porous with these two. It's that they actually seem to overlap, as though one is meant to conceal the other.
Skill check, sub-warfare challenging, success.
It's always that way. Beneath the crust of irony, there's a molten sincerity that threatens to erupt forth. You may witness it yet.
Skill check, empathy medium, success. Quote, is your reading group affiliated with the union somehow? Quote, left Aaron. Quote, so what's your stance on crime in general? Quote, are there any operational communists in Martinez? Quote, so what's your...
That's easy. Crime is simply the inevitable expression of the injustice and incoherence embedded within capitalism itself.
So by that logic, there would be no crime in communism.
Of course not. Why would you ever imagine crime in communism?
I don't know. Not that there have been real-world communist countries where there was crime.
No,
Surely.
there's no crime.
Surely.
No crime. Zero.
China, free of crime, completely.
Yep, zero crime. Soviet Russia? No crime.
No crime at all. Former Yugoslavia? No crime.
Zero, yeah.
Yeah, it sucks now. Now that we're in the capitalist system, man, all the crime has come back. It's really a tragedy.
Delivered with the smug assurance of a schoolboy reciting a maxim he's committed to memory.
Skill check, savoir-faire medium, success.
It's a symptom, in other words, not a cause.
His companion can barely suppress a yawn.
Quote, are you sure? My working theory is that star communism. Quote, is your... Quote, so what's your... Quote, are there any operational communists in Martinez? Quote, left Aaron, proceed right Aaron.
No, unfortunately, the communards were hunted down and killed nearly to a man. All that's left of them are bones and old rifles.
Quote, like this one, quote, left Aaron, show him the Bell-Magrave rifle right Aaron. Quote, right, they all got shot in the head, just like the anarchists, quote. Quote, well, that's too bad, quote. Quote, like this one, quote.
His companion's eyes widen as you hold up the ancient weapon. He's practically itching to stick that thing in someone's face and pull the trigger.
Skill check and /I coordination medium, success.
Yes, like that one. I wonder how many of these are still lying around in cellars or sealed up behind the masonry. Can I hold it?
Quote, I prefer you didn't, quote, left Aaron, put it away right Aaron. Quote, here, quote, left Aaron, give him the rifle right Aaron.
It's heavier than I was expecting.
The attitude of a priest bearing one of the holy relics of his faith. Though it is long out of service, its power is evident to him.
Skill check, shivers easy, success.
When he's finished, he returns the rifle to you with a nod of appreciation.
Notification, gained experience dash plus 5 XP. Quote, did this reading group have anything to do with the lynching? Quote, left Aaron. Quote, where is the rest of the reading group? Quote.
What do you mean? This is the reading group.
This is the
Quote, so there's
literature
just two of
club.
you, quote. Quote, shouldn't the group have, like, more people in it? Quote. Quote, choose all you need. Me and Kim are the same way. Quote, left Aaron, turn to Kim right Aaron. Quote, shouldn't the group have, like, more people in it? Quote. Quote, so there's just two of you? Quote.
We're in something of a rebuilding phase.
Some of our former comrades didn't have the ideological fortitude our work demands.
Quote, I've heard enough. Let's talk about something else. Quote. Quote, okay, but what happened to them? Quote.
Intellectual attrition is maybe the best way to describe it. Felix said he couldn't keep up with the reading on top of his classwork. And Susanna wanted to read text other than Mazovian theory. Like novels. if you
Heresy.
can believe it.
Despicable heresy.
Imagine the audacity of wanting to read a novel in a reading group.
Criminal. Really.
Quote,
I mean,
Absolutely.
how do you even come up with that shit, man?
Quote, novels, unbelievable.
It's so wild, man.
Quote, I like a good novel every now and then. Quote. Quote, novels, unbelievable. Quote, left Aaron, shake your head right Aaron.
Oh, even
Quote,
the fact that dialogue option is there is sickening.
Quote, maybe you just haven't found the right group yet. Quote. Quote, novels, unbelievable. Quote.
See? Even the gendarme gets it.
We've tried recruiting new members, but unfortunately the current intellectual climate is pretty hostile to infra-materialist thought. These days, if you're on the left, the ascendant schools are the Godwaldians and their iconoclasts.
Don't forget about Maurice and the turnips.
Right. Then there was the whole turnip debacle.
Quote, who are the accountants? Quote. Quote, what's so bad about the Vittorians? Quote.
They're the most depressing school of communism. They love writing long books with a patina of Mazovian theory to cover up their cheap psychologizing.
A gang of cheap psychologists and intellectual midgets. Typical Godwalders, in other words.
It's okay for Uli to say that because his dad is from Gottwald.
Quote, what's so bad about psychologizing? Quote,
Do you think all the problems in the world can be reduced to repressed sexual urges?
No, of course not. That's reductive in the extreme.
skill check, logic medium, success.
1000% yes.
Yeah, of course, of
Skill
course.
check, electrochemistry easy, success. Quote, probably not. Quote, quote, speaking from experience, definitely. Quote,
I can tell you're a man who has his urges, but I can also tell you're no Gottwaldian. You see, the Gottwald school look like communists. They talk like communists. But scratch the patina and you'll see beneath that they're just depressed liberals who've read too many books.
quote, what's so bad about the Vitalians? Quote, left Aaron, discuss. Quote, okay, but what about the Economists? Quote, quote, what about Cindy? Is she part of the group? Quote, quote, did you say something about Star? Start, quote, quote, I've heard enough. Let's talk. Quote, okay, but what about the Economists? Quote,
For starters, they love talking about beans.
quote, star beans, start, quote, quote, what's wrong with beans? I like beans, quote, no beans for me. Can't stand the stuff, quote, quote, what's wrong with beans? I like beans, quote, star beans.
That's right. Iconoclasts are obsessed with beans. They love thinking about beans. They love counting beans. But most of all, they love building models to predict how many beans there'll be in the future.
Nota bene, iconoclast is an extra pejorative form of the already pejorative name, Mazovian economists, a moderate school of Mazovianism which advocates the gradual transition to communism through carefully managed economic modernization rather than violent social revolution.
Notification, gained.
They're by far the most bean-centric school of communism.
Ah yes, the much maligned bean counters, ensconced in their think tanks and high-rises, believing they can save the world through a series of incremental, assiduously technocratic reforms.
Skill check, empathy medium, success. Quote, but isn't it good to know how many beans there are? Quote, I don't get it. Are the beans a star metal star? Quote, but isn't it, quote, what's wrong with making progress through moderate economic reforms? Quote, but isn't it good?
See? You're already falling for that scarcity logic. You start off assuming there aren't enough beans to go around. So naturally you want to cut the bean rations in half. And next thing you know, there are budget cuts, so now we've got to cut the bean rations in half again. You see, iconoclasts claim to be communists, but in reality they're just liberals with hard-ons for spreadsheets.
Quote, on the audience, what's so bad about them? Quote, left Aaron, discuss. Quote, okay, but what about the economists?
So,
Quote, on the audience, what?
the Gottwaldians are depressed liberals who have read too much,
Quote, okay, but what about the economists?
and the iconoclasts are liberals who have a hard-on for spreadsheets.
Have spreadsheets.
Got it.
Quote, and what about the liberals? Are they liberals too? Quote, quote, what about Cindy? Is she part of the group? Quote, and what?
Of course not. The only people who actually call themselves liberals are mouth-foaming reactionaries.
What about ultra-liberals? Joyce called herself an ultra-liberal.
Basically indistinguishable
They're
from
less
fascists.
liberal.
You'd need an X-ray machine to tell the difference.
Quote, on the audience, what's so bad? Quote, and what about the quote, what about Cindy? Is she part of the group? Quote,
Cindy is... How to describe her role?
Something of an ideological auxiliary, perhaps.
Yes, that's exactly how I would put it. And naturally, we support her radical counter-liberal aesthetics.
But she refuses to submit an essay, so we can't call her a member of the group per se.
That doesn't stop her from using the room for studio space, of course.
quote, on the audience, what's so bad? Quote, and what about the liberals? Quote, what about Cindy? Is she part of the group? Quote, left Aaron, discuss right Aaron. Quote, did you say something about Star? Star, quote.
It's an unfortunate story. You see, our ex-comrade Maurice is something of an economist.
He's studying macro and microeconomics.
Wow, a real intellectual, it sounds like.
Right. So a few weeks ago we were discussing the extra physical capabilities of the revolutionary state. And Maurice said, what were his exact words, Ulex's?
It was unbelievable. He said, turnips don't care if they are grown by communists, moralists, or Vulcan. They grow just the same.
Just a minute. Steban, Ulixis. Why do those names ring the faintest of bells?
Notification, heal morale dash +0. Skill check.
Probably because they're the real names of Nazteb, and Exilus, the authors of that so-called essay about Tip-Top Tournay you read.
Oh, of
Lafume.
course.
Skill check. Logic challenging. Success.
Of course.
You should get to the bottom of this when you have the chance.
Basically, he was rejecting the whole foundation of infra-materialist theory.
What is this infra-materialist business they keep blathering about? You've never heard of anything like it.
Skill check. Logic medium. Success. Quote, remind me what infra-materialist theory says about turnips again. Quote, just go along with it. Quote, remind.
Simply that under suitably revolutionary conditions, crop yields naturally increase relative to non-revolutionary crops, which
Natural.
Morris somehow has the gall to deny.
I mean, really. What an asshole. How could he deny such an obvious truth?
Self-evident truth.
Susanna said that he has been hanging out with some non-communists lately.
For us, the question boiled down to, if you don't even accept the basic ideas of Nielsen and infra-materialist theory, why are you in the reading group?
Quote, I don't understand at all. Quote, quote, I totally understand. Quote, quote, I don't. Quote, so you expelled Morris from the reading group over an argument about turnips. Quote.
Well, it wasn't so much that he was expelled.
He just quit coming. We haven't seen him around for weeks.
Quote, and the audience, what's so bad? Quote, quote, and what about the, quote, what about Cindy? Is she part? Quote, did you say something about Star Turnip Star? Quote, I've heard enough. Let's talk about something else. Quote,
Go ahead.
quote, what star exactly star are you two doing here? Quote, left. Quote, did this reading group have anything? Quote, where is the rest of the reading group? Quote, left. Aaron, discuss. Quote, what were you doing with those matchboxes just now? Quote.
The young man frowns at the little pile of boxes on the floor.
Nothing, just messing around until the meeting started.
They're watching those matchboxes awfully intently for two guys who are just messing around.
Skill check. Interfacing easy. Success.
It's almost as though they were trying to create the most unstable structure they could, with predictable results.
Skill check. Logic medium. Success. Quote, what star exactly star are you two doing here? Quote, left. Aaron, discuss. Quote, what were you doing with those? Quote, do I Steiner star you two from somewhere? Quote. Quote, is the reading group accepting new members? Quote. Quote, that's enough for tonight. Quote, do I Steiner star?
I don't think so. Unless you've been hanging around the cultural studies faculty at the École Normale de Revachol.
Perhaps he subscribes to La Fumée.
That's sarcasm. He does not expect you to subscribe to radical communist periodicals.
Skill check. Empathy medium. Success.
Of course, they're the ones who produced that overall critique of Tip-Top Tournay.
Notification. Heal morale dash plus 0. Skip. Left. Aaron, show them love. Quote, aha, you two.
Yep.
Left. Aaron, show them love. Quote, aha, you two wrote the piece about motor carriage racing. Quote. Left. Aaron, show them love. Right. Aaron, quote, wait. Star you star guys wrote for Stardust Star. Quote.
You've read our article.
That I
I
did
hope
not
we get
expect.
to show him the annotated version we wrote.
Oh yeah. We did annotate it.
We edited the fuck out of it.
We did.
The energy in the room has shifted ever so slightly in your favor. They're afraid they've somehow embarrassed themselves in front of you.
Skill check. Savoir-faire medium. Success.
Well, don't keep us on tenterhooks. What did you think of the essay?
The delicate egos on these boys. Even though you're just some cop, they're desperate for your approval.
Skill check. Empathy medium. Success.
Hey, you're not just some cop. You've got highly developed critical faculties.
Oh yeah.
Now's your chance to show them off.
Notification. Heal more. Quote, it sounded like a recycle. Left. Aaron, show them your edits. Right. Aaron, quote, I actually had a few pieces of constructive criticism. Quote.
We can do it.
Quote, it sound.
You need to do
Left.
it.
Aaron, quote, it sounded like a recycled university essay. Frankly, quote. Quote, it was a good article. You should keep developing your ideas. Quote. Quote, left. Aaron, show them your edits. Right.
The young man takes the folded up magazine with some hesitation. As he reads over your annotations and emendations, a look of deep concentration comes over his face. He has the look of a man spread naked on the operating table. He can feel the cool metal of the scalpel, the bracing sting of the antiseptic. And yet, his expression isn't wholly unpleasant. A part of him actually seems to enjoy the attention.
Skill check, empathy medium, success.
What does it say, Steban? I can't see.
They're good notes. A little brutal on questions of style, but he's not wrong about any of it.
Notification, gained experience dash plus 5 XP.
Would it be alright if I kept this for a while? I'd just like some time to think about your comments.
Quote, no, that's my only copy, quote. Quote, sure, you hang on to it, quote.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Notification, item lost, dash book, quote, LA me, volume 1, number 4, quote. Quote, did this reading group have anything to do with, quote, where is the, quote, what were you doing with those match, quote, do I sign a star you two from, quote, is the reading group accepting new members, quote.
We typically only accept new members once per semester. There's this whole process with essays and presentations on assigned topics.
Oh my god.
But given that we have some extra seating at the moment, I guess we could be convinced to expedite an application or two.
Steban, you can't be serious. For these gendarmes?
I am serious. As materialists, we've got to adapt to conditions as they are. Besides, he'll still need to pass the interview portion of the entrance process. Assuming he's even still interested, that is.
Notification, task updated, dash get yourself organized. Quote, what star exactly star are you two doing here?
Oh yeah, I'm
Quote,
interested.
Quote, what were you, quote, do I sign a star you two? Convince them you belong in the reading group. White check, composure dash impossible 12, 58% chance, skill level 5, plus 6 from Proud Bookshop Ruminant.
Plus 6 from Proud Bookshop
Quote,
Ruminant.
convince them you belong in the reading group.
I
White check.
assume that increases the more books you buy. Since we've done a lot of buying.
We've bought all of them. So yeah, makes sense. Okay, 58%.
Sure, we're here most every night. Maybe we'll catch you again.
Sleep well, gendarme.
Wait, can
Notification,
we...
order safe, Cambridge Synergy. Order since I answer, please. Order Cinder Poster 2. Order Cinder Poster. 7. Reflective jacket prefab.
Yeah, we can talk to them.
Orb text, quote, I will commit war crimes for some real Sarah and coffee, quote. Orb announcements disabled.
You know,
Orb announcements enabled.
crimes for coffee too.
Cambridge Synergy. Orb, flog crack. Orb text, quote, who the hell took my jacket, quote.
No comment.
Orb text, try not to think about the cracks spidering out across the floor. Notification, new skill point.
Oh! We got the thing!
Orb text, quote, yes.
The 1 XP level up.
Cambridge Synergy. Orb, since I answer, please. Orb text, a ricotta easel, surrounded by pots of ganache. Orb text, quote, that girl from my seminar star promised star she would stop by, quote. Orb, Cinder Poster 2. Orb, Cinder Poster. Orb, since I answer, please afterthought. Orb text, Cindy's, no doubt. Orb, Cinder Poster 2. Orb text, this one says, quote, no war with class war, quote. Orb text, quote, I would commit war crimes for some real Sarah and coffee, quote. APT orb slash advertisement thought. Orb text, could it be star the Smith star? No, probably not. Orb text, quote, my grades are trash this semester. Orb, Cinder Poster. Orb text, this poster reads, quote, under the cobblestones, communism, quote. 7. Reflective jacket prefab. Orb text, quote, I can't believe someone just left these matchboxes here, quote. Notification, item game, dash reflective construction vest. Speed bottle dash consume.
More clothes.
Tab, pornables.
Yay.
Leather jacket, quote, +4. FALN, quote, 8 dash I Terratorn tie. Reflective construction vest. Bonuses, +1 endurance, safety first dot, -1 reaction speed, impossible to miss dash description, ludicrously reflect.
Alright.
Cambridge Synergy. Orb, coffee pot. Orb text, coffee. 7. Orb, coffee pot altar. Orb text, at the bottom of the pot, an isle of black sludge rises from a shadowy sea. Cambridge Synergy, in dash door dash outline. Orb text, quote, my grades are trash this semester, quote. Orb text, quote, I'll spit in Morris's face when he comes crawling back, quote.
Yes, that's it for the orbs.
7. Cambridge Synergy.
That was a lot of them.
7. Orb announcements disabled.
Alright, let's...
7 morale, 5 of 5, healing items, 4 health, 2.
Yeah, we don't have speed on. There we go, and that'll bump it up to 91%, taking all the drugs.
Friday, 11:32 p.m. 102 rail and 15 cents. Level 55, 5,507 experience, 2 skill points.
We also have a skill point. Well, 2.
White satin shirt.
As let's say, we have 2, in fact.
Tab tools. Right hand, letter of failure. Left hand, flashlight. Bonuses. Right hand, speed bottle dash consumer. Notification, motor X-rays. Empty slot. Right, left hand. Right note, speed bottle dash consumable. Chain cutters. Speed quotes and dash batteries present quote dash consumable. 3 uses. Alcohol dash consumable. 3 uses. Notification, slightly raised. Notification, damage health dash. Speed bottle, right hand, left hand. Right hand, speed bottle dash. Villas 9, alcohol, yellow plus, smokes quote, Beholden dash, alcohol quote, pay later vodka quote dash consumable, 4, force and KR plus 2, take player quote, harmon washi up, empty slot, flashlight, bone.
Okay, so that should get us to 83%. If it doesn't
Game Kitchirity, 7.
work, we can spend a skill point.
The gendarme returns.
Quote did this, quote where, left arrow,
What
quote
do
what were you
you
doing with
mean?
those match, left arrow, point to the art supply, right arrow, quote I'm guessing these pots of gouache belong to Cindy, quote.
Oh, we can ask about this.
Yeah, it's hers. She just sort of moved it all in a few months ago.
She said if she's going to make truly radical art, she needs a suitably radical workspace.
And I don't think she could afford rent at an actual studio.
Quote, do you like her art, quote? Quote, now I'm wondering, what's the deal with this place, quote? Quote, okay, let's move on, quote. Quote, do you like her?
Oh, sure. It's definitely interesting, I would say.
Interesting. Isn't that just Binoclard for I don't have a real opinion?
Skill check, reaction speed medium, success. Left Aaron, let it go right Aaron. Quote, wait, I thought interesting was what people said when they don't have anything real to add, quote. Left. Quote, wait.
His companion's eyes widen with interest. He has a cold smile. If this is what the Union man meant by theory combat, you've just scored a decisive blow.
Skill check, logic medium, success.
Come on. It's not that I don't have anything to say about Cindy's art. It's more that I'm still working out the details. It's a complex question. You've got to take your time with it.
You flustered the poor boy. Now he's got to say something.
Skill check, empathy medium, success.
I guess you could call her latest stuff a sort of counter-bourgeoisie calligraphy. She's got a real taste for radical slogans.
It's too bad she hasn't developed the theoretical foundation to do truly radical work.
I think she'll get there, though. She's still looking for a subject equal to her ambitions.
Quote, now I'm wondering, what's the deal with this place, quote? Quote, do you like her art? Quote, okay. Quote, now I'm wondering.
The deal? At a fundamental level, I guess you could call it the shattered bones of a dream crushed by capital.
A feeble and hopelessly mixed metaphor.
Skill check, logic challenging, success.
That's really good, Steban. You should save that for an essay.
Thanks, Uli. When the idea is sound, the words just sort of flow.
Yes, now keep developing the idea.
Notification, heal. Quote, if this place is a quote, actually, I think that's a mixed metaphor, quote. Quote, if this place is a shattered bones, that must make us the bone weevils, quote. Quote, I heard these used to be luxury apartments, million views, that sort of thing, quote. Quote, if this place...
Yeah, that's not bad.
Not as good as Steban's original idea, though.
Quote, do you like her art, quote, left Aaron? Quote, now I'm... Quote, okay, let's move on, quote.
Go ahead.
Quote, what star exactly are you two doing here? Quote, did this reading group have... Quote, where is the rest of the reading? Left Aaron, point. Quote, what were you doing with those... Quote, do I star you two? Convince them you belong in the reading group. White check, composure dash impossible 12, 72% chance, skill level 6, plus 6 from proud bookshop ruminant. I'm not nervous, I'm a superstar. Skill check,
Is it
composure
getting
impossible.
warm in here?
Definitely not
There
sweating, no
seems to
select.
be a little pool of sweat forming in the depression of your lower back.
Notification, I'm not nervous, I'm a superstar. Definitely not sweating, no sir left Aaron, dab the sweat with your shirt right Aaron. It's because I don't do well in interviews. Definitely not.
Excellent work. Now there's a dark handprint on the back of your shirt. Everyone will be able to see the evidence of your overactive sweat glands.
I'm not, definitely not sweating, no sir left. It's because I don't do well in interviews.
No, you're terrible at them. The thought of everyone looking at you, judging you, makes you want to heave, frankly.
Notification, damage morale dash -1. Notification, heal, definitely not sweating, no sir left. It's because I don't. Why am I getting so worked up? They're just a couple of kids.
Let's be frank. They're probably way smarter than you. You bet they've read more books than you can even name. You've been quite studious these past few days. You should be able to handle whatever they want to throw your way.
Skill check, rhetoric medium, success.
The hardest part will just be working up the nerve to ask without soiling yourself.
Everything all right, gendarme? You look a little green about the gills.
Quote, what star exactly star? Quote, do I star you? Left bracket, check, left bracket. Encyclopedia, intellect. Perception. React. Interfacing. Composure. Motoric space +5. Learning skill +2.
Once
Bonus from
again,
items -1.
our luck
Bonus from
with
thoughts
checks
0. Total
comes
6.
back to haunt us. What's taking off a composure point?
Oh, I think it's the boots.
Right hand. Letter of shoes. Fair weather T-500 greaves. Bonus.
Yeah.
White satin shirt. Bonuses. Disco dash ass flare dash cups trousers.
And
Fingerless gloves.
our other shoes
Slip dash up glasses. Quote the auditor. Serena is in lounge.
give us
Signal dash. Mess bangers.
plus.
FAL. Insane dash. Party drag. Black. Seren. Flare dash. Fingerless.
If I can find them.
FAL. Quote people. Green snakeskin shoes. Bonuses. +1 composure.
Okay, that should be good.
7.
The gendarme
Quote
returns.
left. Quote.
What do you
Convince them you belong in
mean?
the reading group. White check. Composure dash impossible 12. 97% chance. Skill check. Composure impossible. Success.
What's there to be scared of? You've really been cracking the books these last few days. You can go toe to intellectual toe with any reading group in Martinez.
Notification. Check success.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, next book episode we get to read Man from Hyamdal.
We do. True literature. Which probably will be the next episode.
Possibly.
Considering the hour.
Possibly, yeah.
You've spent a not inconsiderable amount of time arranging the works in your mental library by theme and period. All the ideas and references you'll need are ready at hand.
Notification. Gained experience dash +10 XP. Skill check. Encyclopedia medium. Success. Skill check.
Now, chin up. You've got this.
Quote, this is just the group I've been looking for. When do we start? Quote. Left, Aaron. Crack your knuckles right, Aaron. Quote, right. Let's do this interview. Quote. Quote, this is just the group I've been looking for.
Oh, you want to start now? Sure, we can manage that.
You've caught him off balance. The momentum is already in your favor.
Go ahead and take a seat. Since we haven't had time to prepare an exhaustive questionnaire, I think we can keep this interview more freeform. Why don't you tell us a bit about the books you're interested in, and we'll just see where the conversation goes.
Quote, for me, it's more, quote, like you guys, I really get into political and historical subjects, quote. Quote, for me, it's more about finding the right thing for the right moment, quote. Quote, I'm more into practical books, books that help me understand the real world, quote. Quote, look guys, I've got to be honest, I may not have read many books, but that doesn't mean I don't have star stories, start quote. Quote, for me, it's more about finding the right thing for the right moment.
We prefer difficult books. Books that might destroy you if you don't destroy them first.
That's enough, Uli. It's the gendarme's opinions we are interested in. But to Comrade Ulix's point, isn't there value in reading really difficult books, just for the sheer challenge of it?
Quote, I tried reading this extremely depressing Radian novel, quote.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, right. 16 days of coldest, whatever. What was your take on it?
This is a good start. They're starting to loosen up. You feel relaxed and in control. You ably summarize the novel's characters and themes. Even better, you're able to connect those themes to your critique of the novel's formal qualities, such as they are.
Notification, heal morale dash +0. Skill check, conceptualization medium, success. Single option, quote, but eventually I finished it, however much physical pain it caused me, quote.
Sounds to me like a typical bourgeois social novel, designed to assuage the egos of frustrated housewives and win international awards. And Gradian realism is the worst realism. It's nearly as bad as Gottwaldian critical theory.
Makes you want to gouge your eyes out. Or better, gouge the author's eyes out.
These kids are eating out of your hand, practically. Another quarter of an hour disappears. The questions come rapid fire, but you have an answer for every one. Now you can sense things starting to slow down. The interview must be reaching an inflection point.
But now I'm curious. Do you think there's value in reading so-called practical non-fiction?
Quote, listen, quote, I enjoy thinking about truly fundamental concepts, like the alphabet, for instance, quote.
That's because we read the primer for little kids.
Quote, listen, books are fine and all, but to be straight with you, they're no substitute for a real story, quote. Quote, I enjoy thinking...
So you're saying you've got to have a certain practical foundation before you move on to more abstract topics. Okay, I'm following.
Now's your chance to end this interview on a high note. Soon, you're subjecting even the alphabet to a meticulous archaeologico-materialist critique.
Single option, quote, but even abstractions as basic as letter forms must have some star origin in material reality, quote.
That's true. I recall from one of psycholinguistics lectures that the letter A is derived from the Proto-Pericanassian glyph meant to represent a reed hut.
Single option, quote, that's in contrast with the international language, which connects each letter to an abstraction, quote.
A fair point. It also reminds me of one of Mazov and Nielsen's unrealized projects, a universal system of communist pictographs, one that would allow revolutionaries to communicate and organize across any language barrier. Good God, have we really been talking about the alphabet for a quarter hour?
It appears so.
In any case, I think we've heard enough. We could use someone with your perspective in the group. With just a bit more theoretical foundation, I think you'll be making real contributions.
Yes, I would say he's got serious potential at least.
And with that, welcome to the most ideologically advanced materialist reading group in Martinez. Here's your first assignment. It's an overview of Infra-Materialist theory. A little basic, as you'll see, but one has to start somewhere.
Notification, item gained, dashboard, quote, a brief look at infra-materialism, quote.
Oh, yeah.
Left parent, say nothing, just take the book, right parent. Quote, I'll add it to my very extensive reading list, quote.
Very
You're
extensive.
going to fit right in, I think. Come back when you're done. We'll be here pretty much every night after 10 p.m. Do be sure to take your time with the reading. We'll be eager to hear your thoughts.
Notification, task updated, dash get yourself organized. Quote, did this reading group have anything to do with the lynching? Quote, left, quote, what were you? Quote, do I star you? Left bracket, leave dot right.
Perfect.
Find all armor pieces.
Well then.
Find the murdered weapon. Get yourself organized. Dash acquired Thursday at 7:39. Left parent. 5 subtasks. 4 completed. Right parent. Description. You can't build communism alone. It's time to join your revolutionary brethren. Develop your political consciousness and put Mazovian theory into practice. But where have all the communists gone? Active subtask. Read a brief look at infra-materialism.
Well.
Yeah, we have a new book.
Friday, 12:24 a.m. 100.
Oh my god.
Friday, 12:24 a.m. 104 and 15 cents. Level 55. 5,537 experience. 1 skill point available.
I wonder if Lillian's still around.
7. Infra-Materialist.
If we could have that
dash
date
dash outline.
now at midnight.
I doubt it.
But either way, this has been very fun. Very high concept.
Indeed.
And we have a fun new book to read. So that'll probably be next episode.
Yeah, do we want to, like, do the book reading episode next episode, then the episode after that, we talk to him again, and then go back to bed?
If he's still here, I guess we could.
I feel like he will be. He doesn't seem to be going anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, if he's still here, we'll do that.
So next episode will be the book episode.
Yeah, and we've got a collection.
A lot to read.
From Man from Heimdall to Infra-Realist theory.
Yeah.
We're not a selective reader.
Nah, if it's a book, we'll read it, probably.
So yeah, that has been it, comrades. Thank you all for watching. And we'll see you again in the next one.